Okay. So Dhruvi, today's session we are going to conduct on the problems faced by IPCC students. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
It's mostly about their mental health, about their procrastination. So what is your first question which you want to ask me for?
Ma'am,
Yes.
the first question is how to avoid procrastination because that was the main thing which I faced during my preparation of exam. It was like every time I'm like, okay, I'm going to start from this hour, but it was not able to happen because maybe I was stressed also or just like too worried to start it or something like that.
Correct.
So procrastination happened no matter what.
Yes. See, now what are the reasons of procrastination that we need to first address? Then we will go to the solutions of handling procrastination. All of us here do procrastination, everyone. Okay. But none of us are born procrastinators because of this situation, because of the life condition what we have created. Uh, it makes us procrastinate. First reason, very basic reason is being lazy. So when you are lazy, when your goals are not fixed, these are the two major reasons that you procrastinate. All right. Now, when your goals are not clear, say, for example, when you are writing IPCC exams, you know you are writing, but what is your goal? Sometimes what happens, many students say, okay, I'll give one group, first attempt, second attempt, like that. You keep it in your mind, in your thought process, even if you are not speaking verbally. So definitely it impacts you. Oh, unknowingly in your subconscious, and you are going to procrastinate. Many of them have procrastinated, like say for example your exams are in May 23, they will say, ma'am, I'm not prepared, let me go for November 23. All right. So this is because you don't have a clarity in your mind, you don't have clarity in your thoughts. So two things is definitely number one, Dhruvi, wait, let me take you on the. All right. So Dhruvi, number one, and Krishesh were also. First is laziness. Second is clarity of goals. All right. These are the two major reasons why you are doing this. Now, why are you being lazy? Now, think over it, Kushi. Why are you being lazy? Think, are you feeling you feel lazy at times to get up? Do you feel like that?
Yeah, ma'am, definitely.
You feel
Definitely.
you feel lazy, correct? What else? What else you face problem?
As she said, procrastination, and I think just getting what we've decided for the day, getting it done on that day. You would have thought that, okay, I'm going to get 5 chapters done today, but then you'll end up doing only 2 or 3. And then you feel guilty, and then you start the next day feeling guilty, and then the process just keeps going on and on. It becomes a vicious cycle.
Okay, should I tell you one thing? There is one more reason why we do this, fear of rejection or failure. Okay, sometimes we are not very sure. That is the reason I procrastinated my exams from May 23 to November 23, because I am not very clear how much I have prepared. I am not confident about what I am doing. Okay, so that is one of the major reasons of procrastination. Now, how can we address it? How can we address this? Number one, you have to literally write your goals now on the paper. Okay. And you can have a checklist, everyday checklist. Make a diary. In fact, put checklist for day number so and so. All right. Always pen down with a checklist. Now, say for example, tomorrow, what is I have to do? I have to go for which training session I know. What time should I get up for that program? What is it at home I need to do? After coming back, what is that session which I have to take? Say, for example, right now we are sitting and discussing. So those sessions lined up. And if something comes in between, then what is priority? Like if you remember, we were supposed to schedule yesterday, but there was one more priority to a client which I had to address. So that is why I rescheduled, not procrastinated, rescheduled. Okay. So this is one thing which you can do. Rescheduling can happen in your studies depending on the priority. Say, for example, health of you or as well as your family member. Okay, some celebration which you cannot avoid in your family. So these can be rescheduled, not procrastinated. All right. So checklist is the most important thing. And since you are OC students, I would always tell you, you can have accountability partners in your life. That is number one. If you are living with your parents, your mom or dad can be your accountability partner where they can remind you, and you have to show them, this is my checklist. Can you remind me for this? Okay. Now, checklist can be on a piece of paper. If you are with your parents or you are with your roommate who can be your accountability partner, then you can have a whiteboard. Okay. Small whiteboard. Write down date and write down what is your checklist. In the evening, check whether you have done or not. If you have not, reschedule it. Okay. So one is accountability partner, parents, your roommate, your board, and third is your phone. All right. Your phone can be having reminders which keeps reminding you, oh, timely, what is it that you have to sit for? Okay. So always try and do this. That is step number 1. Okay. Next question.
Mom, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I think Dishant is in the waiting room. Could you please let him in the meeting?
Who is there?
Dishant, wait. He's in the meeting room.
All right. Okay. All right. Any other question? Dhruvi, you can go ahead with your question.
Yes, ma'am. The second question which I asked you was like how to cope up with the pressure of passing. So because when everyone we talk about, see, it's like passing thing only. It's nothing else. So it's been always pressurized. Like, how many attempts are going to take? How long have you been in this course or something like that?
Yes. If you remember in your session, one thing which I had told you, you have to target for a little higher. Benchmark should be higher. What we are targeting is number 1, just pass. Okay. Sometimes first attempt, sometimes even we go for second attempt in our thought process. So what is that benchmark which I told you all to increase?
Rank.
Can you recall? Rank, yes. So have you seen any candidate in your life, in your friend circle, in your family, who is focusing for coming first, second, or third in the class, okay, and has failed ever? Has it happened ever? So with whom it has happened? When our benchmark is just to pass. So you will say it is a tough exam, ma'am. So if it cannot happen or it is very challenging, I understand the syllabus is huge and it is like an entrance exam. But there is a scope of rank, isn't it? It is not like other entrance exam. I say CPT, IPCC, and final. All three are your entrance exams. But it is not like other entrance exams where there also you will have rankings, isn't it? So you have to focus for your rank here, number 1. And you will say it is not possible. It is possible. I have seen even a 50 percentile candidate getting a rank. So it is not that it is impossible. Nothing is impossible for a human on earth. So we have to, number 1, you have taken a very challenging profession. So you need to focus on your uh, benchmark, which you have to increase your benchmark from today itself. Okay. Not tomorrow, today only. And you need to now check. You will have rank holders. We had one student in our class. So for those rank holders, when we are talking, what is it they are doing? Number 1, definitely extra questions which they are doing. Preparing things on time. Okay. As many papers you are going to solve, you are going to have confidence. So keep that time period. And in the institute, you have test papers for 10 years available. You can keep solving. You have mock tests happening at the institute. So enroll for that and go and give the mock test also. But that will only happen and that will only help you when you prepare well 1 month before your exams, 2 months before your exams. You can't keep preparing till the last date and in between keep solving papers. You can finish one particular subject and you can solve the paper. That is also fair enough. 1 or 2 to just gauge yourself, where are you standing. And best will be mock test because you will be marked there. On our own, when we do it, we are not going to get marks. Okay. All right. Next question.
Mom, that only time management because when we passed from foundation to intermediate, we just had 9 months. So in that it goes for coaching only most of the time. So we hardly have 2 months left where we have to start preparing.
All right.
So how to manage it for everything?
How many hours is your coaching?
So basically, it starts from 7 in the morning and ends by 2:33.
All right. How much break do you get in between?
Half an hour break. Half an hour break.
Okay. Between each subject or just half an hour break in the day?
No, just half an hour breakfast break we used to have.
All right. So you need to gear up now. How many months are you going to go for your coaching?
But usually it takes 6 months for coaching itself.
6 months for coaching? All right. Now, definitely you need to gear up if you are taking only 9 months and coaching plus your personal studies. Now, what you need to do first is the day one when you go for coaching, Saturday, Sunday is off, or at least Sundays off. What is off for you?
Mom, there's no off, there's no off. Mom, and then sorry to interrupt, that Dishant is still in waiting room. Can you just let him in?
I don't see him here. Joined. One second. Yeah. Dishant. Okay, Dishant. All Dishant, Khushi, please switch on your videos and ask questions. All right. Only Dhruvi, what is your your question is how to prepare in 9 months. Yes.
Yes,
I
and then we don't have Sundays, we'll be already strained. Like it's mentally draining off because we don't have Sundays, we don't have any holidays, no festival, nothing. It's just 6 months you go on and on and on. And upon that, if you take online, it's very different. And if you take pen drive classes, again, you have to push yourself to make, sit and study. So it's all, some days you just want to leave everything and go off somewhere. It's that pressurizing sometimes.
correct. Anybody wants to add on something to Dhruvi if you feel the same thing or there is a little different feeling on this question?
Ma'am, it comes to the later part of the preparation. Even if we have revised twice or thrice, when it comes to the last day of exam, we have to revise what we have read all these days in just 1.5 day.
Yes. Okay.
How do we deal with that?
If you recall, there was something which I had written on the board that day, Lee Babe Kunovni, right? If you remember. Yes. And I had told you all, whenever you study, you have to make 5 pages into one page, 10 pages into one page. And that you have to do with the first alphabet or the first word or a storytelling. Some ways you have to shortcut your notes. And if you are reading something today, it should be forever. Then only you are going to cope up. If you think again revision 3 times, 4 times, no. Today, the concept at least has to be clear. If you have studied in the class, you have to come back home. Now, 6 hours or 7 hours of coaching when you have done, when you come back home, you have to do real time management, quick food, quick sleep, okay, 1 hour, 2 hour, refresh yourself, read something motivating, and start your evening. Okay. Now, if you start your evening from, say, for example, you come, I don't say 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you come back home. 3 to 4 is your break time for lunch. I will say 4 to 5, go off to sleep. Take a quick nap, 1 hour. You have to make that routine. Now it will take some time, 4, 5 days to get into that. But 1 hour of sleep, once you get up, freshen up, one motivational video, which I told you all, or read something motivating for 10 minutes, start your day. Now, if you start even at 6, I say 6 to 11. Now you have to keep taking breaks initially for 10 minutes every 1 hour. Don't sit from 6 to 11. For your dinner, take a break of half an hour. Okay, so these breaks you have to take because your mind needs to relax a little. Mind needs to recall what have you done. So take those breaks and then do it. Okay, and you have to gear up. You have to see there are many students who have done in 9 months. All right, not only you have done. or you are doing it, but it's only about the mental state. How do you keep your mental health in place? So this is how you have to make a timetable and do time management. Stick to it for 9 months. Just say 9 months, I'll give my best. Once you've given your best, leave it to God and believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, I won't be able to do it, I can't do it, then it will not happen. All right. So Dhruvi, I think that is one thing which you are not doing, is you're not believing in yourself. That is one thing which, after speaking to your counseling yesterday, I could sense that, somewhere you're not believing in yourself. You find it very hectic, but it has to be hectic. In 20s, you make your life hectic and see the beauty of it. Because again, you will be in the same loop if you don't do these 9 months like this. Another 9 months will go. And then your motivation goes down and your confidence goes down, and you keep saying that I can't do it. You can do it. You can do it. There is no doubt. Everybody can do it. Okay. Only thing is a persistent clarity of goal, and you have to be consistent in your studies. You have to be consistent in your revision, and you have to see that every day you have to do what has been done in the coaching class. You can't leave it that today I finished, you come back home, I'm tired, I sleep. 1 odd day it can happen. 1 odd day it will happen. Okay. And then after 5 to 10 days, you need to take a break. One day you can, after coming from coaching, you can take a break. All right, because you can't go 24/7 is not possible. But see, 6 hours coaching, 6 hours studies, 12 hours. Still, I have 12 hours. I can sleep for 8 hours. I can do something else for 4 hours now. Relaxing, eating food, talking to your near and dear ones, talking to someone who motivates you. Right? You are in that situation where you know who is positive and who motivates you. You don't talk to people who just give negativity. It cannot happen. It is a tough course. Everything is tough. Okay. So if you have taken an easy course, which will be taking admission in some private college, but after coming out from there, the toughest part is you don't get a job. Did you hear that speech of Modi? How did he say? Address you all to motivate you all. None of the prime ministers have done except Modi, right? Who said your signature is more important than my signature, isn't it? So when your signature is so important to the nation, don't you think you'll have to work extra hard for this signature, and this will carry weightage till your death? So you need to understand what you're doing. Yeah. So you need to get up. Yes, I'm in a very good course and this is the time and I'm going to do it. Not that, oh my God, tough course. What should I do? Okay. All right. Next question.
That's all, mom. Like, I got answer for other questions also.
Yes. All right. Very good. So Dhruvi has got her answers. How about other students? Is it same as Dhruvi?
Yes, ma'am.
You got your answers? All right. So you start making your checklist and time management. And for mental health, what are you going to do, all of you? Keep your mental health in place. I think that was also one question Dhruvi had asked me yesterday. Keep your mental health in place. What are you going to do, Dhruvi?
I still have not figured out about that. You asked me to do cycling and all. Yeah, I went today morning, but then yeah, I still have to figure out what I actually want to do.
Yes. See, one thing which if you notice, you are always saying, I have to figure out. Okay. Sit down very consciously today. All right. Give yourself half an hour. Sit 10 minutes and you see what is it you like to do. Okay. All of you sit and think, what is it you love to do? So do that activity every single day to motivate yourself, to keep your mind, and meet somebody. It's not that you just totally cut out. Social activity is zero. Talk to your parents, meet at least your one friend for 5 minutes, 10, but you have to be very careful. It has to be 5-10 minutes. You cannot make it half an hour and 1 hour right now. You don't have that kind of time for your exams. Okay. All right, Dhruvi, I think by tomorrow you should figure it out and you'll speak to me. So
Yeah.
pen down tonight. What is it you love to do? And prepare your checklist for tomorrow. All of you. Okay. And then get back to me. So all the best. So I'm closing my session here. If any other question, you can put up. Otherwise, we'll just say goodbye, good night. Okay. We'll close the session. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So all the best.
Thank
God
you, mom.
take good care of yourselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you, mom.